I hear you.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the RealShi Nojoke show powered by Sadior Radio. I am Jay Monet and I have my girls with me, Bikini Body.
Yes.
Wow. And my girl Nicole Spade. See, y'all should have been here. See, just a couple of seconds ago, y'all would know why we laughing. See, you should have been here, but you're here now. You hear it now. So we welcome all of our viewers on Facebook. We welcome our Sadior podcast listeners. We welcome our Sadior listeners, YouTube followers, and all those in between. Thank you for being here at the RealShi Nojoke show. What's going on, ladies?
Ladies.
It's ladies' night and the feeling's right. It's ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
And that takes us into our mental check-in. So we really gonna get into it because this month of June, that's what we're talking about. So much stuff is going on. Everybody is in a place, whatever that place is at that moment. Because the place I'm at 6 a.m. may not be the same place you may catch me at 12, which may be a whole different place at 4. And by the time I get in at 10, hey now. Okay. So we're going to talk about our numbers, see what we at. We have some guests that we're going to welcome to the show. We have Mr. Howie Bell coming through, and we have Mr. Marcus Banks coming through. So until they do, let's do our mental check-in.
Wait a minute. Before y'all start, Jay, take that down until you're ready to talk, because I can't see nobody but who talk.
I don't know how to take. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all.
Just stop the video. Because I'm looking at it on Facebook and I only see one person in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to another segment in Mark Allen's 5-minute DeVry tutorial degree in Facebook debauchery.
There you go. You good. Ding, 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 ding. You got it.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think I left.
No, you good.
Okay.
That is so weird.
What?
It's 2 of them.
It's 2 of them.
No, this shit is 2 of them. Like, what?
Yo, can we just do the middle check-in and let me figure this out?
I wish that was 2 men. Shit.
Where's she at though? Here?
2 men.
One of these kids, 2 of these kids is doing his own thing.
This is what we do when we don't have enough people coming in and the guests don't come. We just fill in the spots. We just
I want a spot.
The spotlight is on you. What's your number? What's going on with your bikini?
My mental health check-in today is on a 10. 10.
Yeah.
I want y'all to help your sister along in her journey of quitting the tobacco nicotine products. Yeah.
I didn't know you smoke. You smoke? You smoke?
Cigarettes? Well, after a drink and
that
after comedy, yeah.
That comes hand in hand for smoke. Okay.
I don't have I can say that I do not have a nicotine habit where it's like after you have a situation, you're like, oh my God, I need a cigarette before I break this bitch's head. No, I don't have one of those. So I have quit smoking and gone to the vape. No nicotine in the vape. Just from this to that. So.
Okay.
So that gets you off the shit in stages, like a crackhead. Like you just you know what I mean? Like it's like did she just refer to it?
So you have been compared to a crackhead before, Bikini.
It's an analogy of a crackhead. It's like fat people. You gotta start us all slow. You gotta start us in phases and shit. Like take away the bread, bitch. Take away the sugar, bitch. Take away the salt, bitch.
Right. And then now my salt bitch. Okay. I was just thinking, now my crack bitch. Wow.
So that's not my crack cigarettes. So those are the tools that you're on.
Yeah. Well, those tools have always been there, but however, cigarettes have been Something I should have stopped back January 1. Y'all remember that?
That's all right.
So stopping cigarettes now is something that you realize as you get older. Is this old age or is this the cigarettes making me feel old?
Really? Yeah.
Let's cut the cigarettes out and see, and let's pump up some of that natural stuff. So I'm on a JMO 10, JMO 10.
But you know what? I guarantee you that when you stop smoking, you're going to see improvement on everything. Your skin, even though your skin not bad, you're just going to see a surplus and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting.
What up?
Howie.
What up, though?
What up, though? Baby, what's going on? What up, though? Help.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Ladies,
Welcome.
I feel privileged to be amongst y'all ladies. What's going on?
Hey.
Thank you, sir. We're honored to have you.
Coming to you live from my man prison.
Your man prison. He is
Lord.
See the
all
case.
right.
How do I sound to y'all? No, all jokes aside, how do I sound? My audio good?
Yeah, you sound good, baby.
Do I sound good?
Looking even better.
What's up, lady?
So we want to do your check-in since you came in all smooth and energetic. You know, Jay Monet, you want to do it? Well, you know, we do a scale of 1 through 10 of how you feeling today, and you can elaborate. You know, like a little mental health check-in. You know, we all need counseling and shit, and sometimes we may not.
Amazing, you said that. Absolutely, I come in at about a. Can I say I started at about a 3?
There you go. We like that. Okay.
I started at about a 3, and now I'm at about an 8 right now.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice. You got 5-point increase and shit.
Yes, I did. I came up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel real good about that because you ain't lying. We all need some help. I'm gonna tell you something, man. This been hard. Look, I've been married 10 years. You know how hard this 10 years been? Oh my God, it's been the hardest 10 years. And then we had one of them, why did I get married weekends this past weekend? And with the arguments and everything. I mean, we had it all. All the arguments, all the, you know, but the fun too. And it was more fun than arguments. But it was good, but it was still therapeutic to even.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. So you are 8 now. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you went from a 3
yes,
to 8.
I'm an 8 now. Yes.
What was going on and made you a 3? Marriage, being human, being Black in America. What's up?
I got kids. My kids. My got an 8th grader getting ready to graduate.
Oh, that is anxiety.
Weird, you know what I'm saying? But she's from a different mom. So that's been a thing through the years.
That matters. Yep.
Yeah, but it's getting better though. We actually had a conversation today, and I said to her, hey, look. They're about to do this virtual graduation Monday. All jokes aside, what about I find a place for us to go and I can even bring my big screen computer set up and we can all watch it together.
Nice.
I was trying to be a big man. That was today. I literally, for real. Not a few hours ago.
Wow.
So today has been, and she was cool. And that kind of helped me too. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was cool. Because we don't get along.
And you ain't curse somebody out today.
Yeah. So it's just all kind of stuff, me combined, and I'm getting ready to come back to LA for the first time since like a year and a couple months, pandemic style, so I'm feeling real emotional right now.
You not ever notice that good stress causes stress? Good things cause good stress. It's like we have to remember the difference.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Agree. So anyway, for me, what's happening?
What's going on? So you want to do my check-in? You want to do my check-in? You gotta ask the question.
What's going on with you, Nicole? What's going on with it?
I think I started out like a 10.
Okay.
And then I went down to probably a 5, and now I'm back up to a 7. It's called being a woman.
Okay.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Called being a woman.
Called being a woman. Shit fluctuates.
Yes.
Right.
But you know what though? It's interesting you said that because it's been some myth that men don't go through the same things. That's a lie.
No, y'all complicated too. Y'all just less complicated.
We just hold it in, and that's not good. And that's not good. You know
we're gonna talk about that today. That's why we here.
A lot of men wouldn't even get on and talk like I was just talking at the beginning of this. You feel what I'm saying? So that they would be.
But you like, I don't know these hoes. They on the East Coast and shit.
No, it ain't even that. No, you ain't gonna be that. I will still be, who I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Right. So there's a lot of people you can't, be themselves or look at themselves and say, hey, well, this is the topic. All right, let's talk about it. We're talking about, hey, how did you feel? Let's do your emotional check-in. A lot of people wouldn't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm all good, man. I'm a Scorpio, October 30th. You know what I'm saying?
I knew it. I either
know what I'm talking about?
Or a Cancer. You was not supposed to tell me.
Oh man, he did it already.
You Howie.
Yeah. So we kind of be real honest and candid about the world.
I thought you was either a Scorpio, and I know we jumping a gun because we have a zodiac section in it.
I
thought you was either I thought you was a water sign, either Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces.
That's what's up.
And I almost went on Pisces because you were being transparent, and they're a little bit more transparent. Because Scorpios are cautious like a motherfucker.
We're very cautious. That's true.
Yeah. But okay. Jay Monet, what's your skill today? How you feeling?
Hey Monet, what up, though?
What's up, baby? I am I'm going to rock out. I'm going to rock out a 10 or above.
You 100.
Why not?
You 100.
Snatch that up real quick.
Yeah.
A whole lot to that. All is good, yo. All is good. Like we here, we produce, we making things happen. That's good shit. Ain't a whole lot to that. That's real shit, no joke. And be able to be on this platform, and be able to share, that's good shit. And the thing is, it's a lot of good things that come our way, but we don't take advantage of it because we're so upset about some previous shit that's already happened that we can't even do nothing about. Now the energy on that versus putting the energy on the shit that's coming your way and you can make something happen. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with this 10 and let us begin. And we already talking about mental health. It's like we already all up in there because it's everybody all the time. It's everybody all the time. And the saddest thing is that a lot of people don't take the time to realize it. And if you don't take the time to realize it, you can never get the help or the assistance that you need because it's not a problem.
Right.
If it's not a problem, what am I going to fix? I'm good. Right. Everything is good. It's everybody else. And at some point you got to recognize, it got to be some things about me that I need to grow with and change because that's what time and maturity does. So what he just said, he said that his ex don't get along well. BS. I say you do because look what happened just today. So today could be the beginning of a whole new path.
Absolutely.
So again, forget that past. And the beautiful thing is the way in which he reached out. So he allowed himself not to be all hard and stern. He allowed himself to be vulnerable and put his child first. And the response came accordingly. And a lot of times we don't want to do that. We don't want to be vulnerable. I ain't gonna put myself out there because if you come different, if you say something, it's gonna be on. So I ain't gonna even.
And he not being petty. And he not being petty because I know Scorpios, baby. They can go petty if they need to. Yeah.
Well, the only time we petty is if you fuck up the loyalty, because we already been loyal to you for a long time.
Extremely.
So if it's like, damn, man, so you gonna do that? All right, I got something for you.
Scorpios are extremely loyal. Extremely.
Hey, look, we definitely know how to finish. People like, I'm not a good starter. Okay, I'm maybe not a shit starter, but I will finish.
You will finish. Let me tell you something. A Scorpio live will bust you in your fucking head.
Oh.
I ain't gonna. I'm past them days. I used to be.
Okay,
I'm past that.
But you had them days.
I'm in a man prison now, so I can't. I'm way past. I'm past.
But you had those days though. You had those days when you was just like.
Man, where I want. Yes.
Scorpios.
All right. So wait. All right. So let's deal with that.
I wasn't always a comedian.
Okay. All right. So Howie.
Yes.
If you recognize that at one point your patience tolerance was a lot shorter than what it is now, what helped you to get from that place to this? Because there's a lot of people that are unable to handle that. When they're upset, their temper just explode, and then they're sorry and remorseful later, but sometimes it's just a little too damn late. So what helped you to get from that place to where you are now?
I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of luck.
Blessings.
I can't lie. Whatever you want to call it, you got a different name.
Grace, a grace, favor.
Or, a lot of, my ancestors looking over me, or, whatever you want to use. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of that, and whatever that's called, I had that in my life. And that, I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? And then, after making so many bad decisions, you start to understand how to make good decisions. And so the older I got and the more experience I got with living and learning and dealing with people and, working and being a comic or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with people that aren't in the industry and dealing with, my family. You just learn and you get better as time goes on. Because time is the only thing that teaches well. You know what I'm saying?
That teaches well?
Yes, that teaches well. Time itself. Best teacher in the world is time. You can do whatever you want to do, but time will teach you. Now, for some people, it takes longer than others. You know what I'm saying? But only time can do that. Because during that time frame, you're having all these different experiences, and all these experiences add up to wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of go through time in order to have, the equations of your mind be able to handle, being able to be a positive person or make better decisions. That was kind of deep what I just said.
It was kind of deep. It was kind of deep. But we ain't deep.
That's how you talk when you're in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, Howie. Wait, it was deep. That wasn't deep. Because I still need you to let us know.
Your background like a group home. It's like you in a group home and shit.
Look, and that's the only sunlight I got over there. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? That's my life.
I get it.
Hey, look, Shula King's in here.
What the
hell? Shula King was in jail with me for a minute. I don't know if y'all know Shula King, but he's a very funny comedian, and you should check him out.
Yes.
He does his thing, Shula King.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Shouts out to my good brother and my frat brother, Rude to the Cubes.
Oh, you a Kiwi.
Absolutely. All day long, baby. What's happening? Come on with it.
Shit, he got that abusive brain.
In prison, dude. I got that when I was in prison.
You said what is abusive, Nick?
Yeah, that shit is abusive, but it's dope.
Hey, look, that's a whole nother story. People always get online on the slave. All y'all Greeks are slaves and all that. That's a whole nother.
But I know when y'all get that burn, it's like a grill, like you grilling food. Like you just do a steak on the
not as devastating, but a little close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pain differently.
Yeah. I mean, what's the difference between that and the tattoo?
I never had either.
But I'm just saying, people that get tattoos. What's the
A
difference?
needle?
I have cellulite.
No, I'm just saying, a needle.
Yeah. Right. It's still flesh burning, right?
Still something. It's still defacing. Something. It's still defacing the flesh.
Right. Yeah. True.
How you doing it? You know what I'm saying? People in different tribes, they eat their whole shit out. Different countries. You ever seen them do that?
Yes.
They had a pattern.
Yep. Head to toe, from the head, all underneath, everything, from the soles to the feet, everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely. Hey, Bikini, I ain't even speak to you, did I?
How are you, Howie? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What's happening?
I'm doing good. I wanted to touch back on. So you said your mental health number. Did we get your check-in?
Yes.
And that was because you went to a graduation for your child. Yes.
Not yet. I'm gonna go Monday. But
okay, so you're prepping.
Yes, we're gonna prep.
And you had a good convo today with the other parents.
Yes, trying to prep that. Yes, absolutely.
I just want everybody in our Facebook land, Instagram land, to just take a moment with Howie, because that moment right there, woo! Can we all just take a moment with you? Because some of us ain't at that moment yet. Some of us have not gotten to that moment yet. Some of us have had that moment. My moment done passed. But I remember that moment, and it was like, you never thought you'd ever get there. That's a mental health check-in for your ass.
Yeah,
you never think you'd be able to sit with that person that you done had all kinds of arguments in your head about. And you like, I don't even know why I got this kid with them, but God gonna make it work. We gonna find a way. And then you sit there and you're like, why are you fighting me so hard? Can we just having a conversation? Just a conversation. And we ain't got to talk about each other. We talk about kids.
Yeah. And it's been really bad at some point. Really bad. So from that, I mean, I'm talking about 2 years. I'm talking about a couple court appearances and the whole nine. Like it's been where she was the aggressor.
That's a mental health right there.
That getting through that, and then I'm married. Now, you know what I'm saying?
The new lady. I'm
10 years married. My daughter's 14, about to be 15.
Okay.
Do the math, so it's too close. You know, but I've been knowing my wife almost 14 years. It was very close to, you know, my daughter being born to me meeting the woman that I'm still with now.
We get it.
So that was an emotional thing for everybody involved.
Yeah. We get it.
Years this has been going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So sometimes I got to get on stage and just have a, you know, happy face and get up there and do everything and talk about things and get up there and perform and do the best that I can do. You know what I'm saying? Entertain but you know, real life be going on. People think comedians don't have real life.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real life be happening, you know, behind closed doors. Real life be like, hey, what's happening? I'm still here.
Right.
You got on stage. But here's this argument coming through the phone right now. Hello. Hey, argument, what's happening? How you doing?
That's so true. Like, oh, you know, my text right now. I've got a show I'm about to go. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the stage. How we feel?
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yes.
Well, comedians are extra human. You say that.
Okay, I'm talking about, hey, well, fuck you too. All right. How we bail?
Next. You like
yeah. It's been like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't know if I could even curse.
No, you can't. I've been cursing all my life. You bet you good.
I'm just
I've
not.
been cursing since my mom said I couldn't. That's how long I've been cursing.
I was cursing in the womb. I think I was cursing in the womb. I was like, fuck.
Nicole, I'm glad you said that because I think that that's actually possible.
To curse in the womb. To cuss.
I think they cuss in the womb.
That's a whole set right there.
It's got to be. You hear all this going on the outside, on the external. You don't know where it's coming from. You know, kids mimic shit.
Yeah.
The baby hears from, and
you know, you sit in the baby's face and be like, dad. So I'm sure the baby being there like, bitch. I keep hearing that.
Let me tell you, my mom was a crackhead, so I probably invisibly heard all kind of shit. I probably heard emblems, Cyruses and shit. I don't know.
Your mom's was on crack for real, though, huh?
Most mamas was back in the 80s. I mean, I think everybody was sniffing something back in the 70s and 80s, but they was functioning.
My dad was,
Right. Crack is a little different though.
Crack, you could function and be super dope somewhat, but meth take you the fuck out. Right. Crack and meth is just two different worlds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They are horrible.
Yes.
Bikini, I just put something on the screen. Would you mind reading that?
We talking about
what is the main reason for mental childhood abuse, trauma, or neglect, social isolation or loneliness, experiencing discrimination and stigma, social disadvantage, poverty, or debt?
So, how much does that really fit our lives or the people around us lives that we know that are depressed? And they don't even recognize that they may be clinically depressed based upon what they've gone through.
Real quick. Hey, Howie, you see Dave Monet trying to do the PowerPoint and shit?
I see that. I love it. And look, I was like, all right.
Listen, we comedians, I can't be serious too soon, dog. Like,
I love it, though. That threw me off, though. But I was like, okay.
Oh, you're like, what?
Yeah. I was like, all right. I'm waiting. Hey, look, I know it's a few more coming. I'm like, okay.
She got
Howie. It threw you off. Shit, it threw me off. She tell me I'm a fucking PowerPoint presenter. Can you read what's on the board? Yes, it says,
yo.
What?
Yo.
I love it.
It's like it was a projector. It wasn't a PowerPoint. It was a projector from the 80s and shit. Like, the line up.
Oh, that was great, though. That was
this,
great.
Jay Monet. I could have just did this. I could have just did that. Okay, remember this, Nick? Nick, remember this?
Yeah.
And she turned the page like yes, and then
That's what I'm gonna do next time. I ain't
yes. Jay Monet, get a book next time.
You know, let's talk about it.
Trying to show a
So
little
we
growth.
talking about, so that was the definition of mental health issues, Jay Monet?
So
Where they
it
feel
was
like a lot of them
definition
are
of what
from.
is mental illness.
It just said mental. So it didn't say mental.
Yeah, I didn't get the other.
All right, let me put it back up. Hold on.
It just said mental.
No joke.
What is mental?
Hold on.
Okay, so this is what Jay Monet was trying to. Oh, we're gonna do it. Okay, well here we are. Ready? Wait on, because we real shit, no joke. Because this is some real shit right here.
This is a real presentation.
Can you read from the board? Yes. What is the main reason for mental? Childhood abuse, trauma, or neglect, social isolation or loneliness, experiencing discriminate. I know it.
Somebody with the
Discrimination
LD. Somebody
and
with the
stigma.
LD, look.
Social and disadvantage. Let me stop talking. I can do it. Advantage, poverty, or debt. There you go.
That was your tutor. That was your tutor, bikini.
Yep.
You hired a
That was my flashback to school.
for the segment.
I ain't sweat so much since I was in 7th grade, Jay Monet. Goddamn. What?
But my question is this, ladies. Why does it just say mental?
Right. Right.
What's the signs of mental?
Yeah, what is mental?
What's mental?
Let me explain, Jay Monet, because I'm going mental over here trying to understand what you mean.
He's like, y'all motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. Mental health. Mental health issues. Mental health challenges.
I get it. I was just looking at the way.
No. Don't put it back up.
All right, wait, here we are.
You got it? Okay.
Y'all see it?
Oh, we got more reading to do. You know, comedians like to read.
Oh, Lord.
And look, this is so funny.
You lost every class, Jay.
This is really turning into like a PowerPoint presentation.
That can work. What the hell?
Okay. So the next.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
What percentage of American adults?
Hold on, let me read this shit.
Yeah, thank you, Howie. Thank you.
We got the guest participating.
Read
We
this.
got guest participation.
What percentage of American adults suffer from depression? The National Institute of Mental Health, the NIMH, estimates that 16.2 million U.S. adults had at least one major depressive episode in 2016. Sure, it's been more since then. This represents 6.7% of the U.S. adult population. Depression is most common in ages 18 to 25. Well, I can see that. 10.9%, and in individuals belonging to 2 or more races.
Wow.
So that means if you're biracial, you get even more depression.
I am. I'm crazy.
That's 10.5% of the population. That's interesting.
Damn.
Wow.
So do y'all agree with some of that stuff? I feel like those numbers are low.
But well, first of all, where are they getting their data from? All right, so they be that you know what I mean. You know, if you're gonna do all these kind of surveys and stuff like that, are you really getting honest surveys? Are you really? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Who are you surveying? Who are you surveying? College students? Are you surveying? You know.
He gives a ballpark.
Yeah, but what demographic of society are you surveying? Are you going to colleges? Are you going into corporations? Are you going to social places? Or are you doing like where you want to pick and choose to do these? That's why those stats kind of be weird. You got to kind of get to the bottom line of where they were given that and all that. So, but not that they're that far off. But what I'm saying though is, some of those, a person that's biracial is more depressed. Are they?
I agree. I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
I am.
I don't know.
It's a good question.
I don't know. I think a black ass motherfucker like me should be more depressed than anybody.
See,
the way this world go. I mean, like, I'm just a happy person. Like, people with my skin tone should be the most depressed people in America right now. It may be in the world.
I never seen that.
I mean, we're direct target.
I never seen that in writing before, that people of more than one race is more I've never seen that before. I kind of get it because I'm biracial or multiracial or confused racial, but you're right. You like black folk done go through so much shit in this country since the 1400s, because we keep saying slavery been 200-300. No, it took 100 years for them to dissect Africa to even start slavery.
Talk about it.
This shit is all the way, you know what I mean? It's like
we all are so deep into post, like what they call it,
yes,
post-traumatic.
Yeah.
PDST. Am I
yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like we all got that shit. You know what I'm saying? We just like got that shit in our DNA. So like we don't have a choice but to try to be happy or make ourselves have more fun. That's why Black people love comedy shows so much. We laugh so hard. We laugh so hard when we had a show. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to release some of that stuff, man.
Yeah, and before we bust somebody in the head, Before we bust somebody in the head,
man.
And if we do that, we violent.
Let me sit down, have a drink, and laugh real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, you know, when I get back to this house, I might, you know, it could be a kid, a spouse, a brother, a sister, cousin, anybody. It ain't necessarily domestic violence or a friend. People take their anger out on the people that's around them. That's why when people talk about this black on black crime, that don't even really exist, if you really want to be honest, because there's all kind of crime on crime within every race. They just don't publicize or pump other races up like that. They only bust like that, so they want to constantly keep our feet on our necks. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't do that with anybody else, but they kind of label that really don't exist, because white people kill white people, Spanish people kill Spanish people, Asian people kill Asian people, Russians kill Russians, Chinese kill Chinese. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody kill everybody that they're around. That's what they do. I mean, or have violence amongst the people that they're around. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That all that punk ass shit that, you know what I'm saying, people be talking about, that doesn't exist. And we fall into that shit sometimes as Black people.
And you know, if you're a black woman, if you're a black woman,
what's up, Bill? What's up, Bill?
What's up, baby boy? What's happening with you?
What's up, the road? What's up, Bizzle?
Man, I'm good. Man. I ain't mean to cut it off, but I'm just talking about this crazy shit, man. That's all. You know,
black people killing black people. I just had an argument the other day. Somebody like Black Lives Matter. I'm like, bro, violence is up 40%. We talking about Black Lives Matter and we killing each other. Let's stop the nonsense.
Everybody killing each other. See, that's the whole thing. They're just publicizing us. But I do agree, we have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a problem.
But everybody got a problem. We
the Italians was killing each other for years.
Huh?
The Italians was killing each other for years.
Yeah, hell yeah, mafia.
Probably still do.
Oh, they do.
I don't be here. We just don't hear about it.
Exactly.
They more low key.
That's my point. Exactly. We just get highly publicized for hours. Now let me say this. We do act a goddamn fool in public, though. We some of the worst.
Oh, some of the worst.
Public, dude. We are, man. What is the hell is wrong with?
That's ownership. That's ownership. That's real.
I just saw.
I was in Cleveland and I seen ghetto.
When you do it in public, you're the angry black man and an angry black woman. That's the thing. When you do it in public, it's a whole nother. Hold
up, though. I just saw about 3 or 4 ladies on the hood of a police car twerking, and the police car was rolling in Chicago. It was a video, yo.
I'm about to say Detroit. Oh, Chicago.
In Chicago. But they was on the hood.
That's normal for them.
The car was moving, and they were
they weren't shot. They weren't shot.
But the police car
we hear about that.
Off, and people was videotaping this. My point is, this is how the world view us, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and black people always be like, well, hey, mind your business. That's our favorite thing. Well, mind your own business.
But
no, your business is my business because you are a reflection of me in the world. They looking at us like, they look at me like you the same person.
So that's causing mental health on us with each other as people of color, as the black community. That shit is a lot.
With each other. So that's another layer to our PTSD. What am I saying that right? PTSD?
It's a whole
PTSD.
Let's hold that for a minute. Let's hold that for a minute. let's officially welcome our brother, comedian Marcus Banks, to the show. Thank you, baby.
Oh, I've been here.
Welcome to the show.
I thought you was coming across a bridge or something like that. I didn't know where you
George
was.
Washington. That shit is terrible, yo.
So I knew you was gonna be a little late. You know, we talking about
Delaware, yo. Yeah, things is different, man. I just came back from DC, but Delaware is like, it was just raining in Delaware. I get to Jersey, it's like no rain. That shit was crazy.
And we
There
in
was
Philly.
no rain.
Oh, wow.
No, yo, Delaware. I took the back way as soon as I came over that Chesapeake Bay Bridge. None but rain, and I'm like, oh hell no. Then I got right to Jersey, nothing.
Really interesting, right?
Yeah. Well, I said mental health is something just I don't know, man. At times I be you can't discard it now because it's a lot of things you don't know what people be going through until you see that light switch just go off. You know what I'm saying?
Until you see it happen to you too. You be like,
Right.
oh, this shit.
Who, me?
No, not you. I'm rhetorically.
Personally,
with mental health, y'all know back in the day, even to this day, a lot of people don't understand mental health and be like, "Ooh, what's wrong with her? Ooh, and what happens to?" Because it's like we read a definition earlier before you got on, Marcus. It says something about everybody's going to have an episode of at least one depressive episode. Actually, it's going to be a few in a lifetime. Almost.
I had one during COVID.
Shit, I had one during my 20s.
Yeah, I had a whole tour before COVID. COVID came and it was like,
damn,
next week. Then I had next year. I'm like, wait, how do I make money?
Wow. and that links into being a professional, creative person in this field with mental health, right, Jay Monet? Is that how we so bring it up? Yeah.
I think we all have an episode. We all had an episode. Somewhere, someday.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. We have multiple episodes. We just don't realize it when the shit's happening. You know what I'm saying? And people don't recognize that shit all the time. You go through a depression, you might spaz out, but you might really be on something. You know what I'm saying? I'm down.
It hits different people. It's different for different people.
Absolutely. So we go through multiple. It's all about recognizing and handling them, though. See, that's the
do we reach out to people to ask them what's going on? Do we reach out to people to say, hey, how you doing? Outside of your family, we probably don't even do it with our family because we just take for granted that it is family.
Nah, yo, during COVID, I reached out to a lot of comedians that I knew that were like on a hot streak or, probably didn't think their shit stink and didn't know how to like cope with like, damn, how do I survive?
Somebody went there.
I'm really not the richest comedian, but I'm a person that I could understand because I've been the broke comedian. I've been all right, I'm on a hot streak. I've been on the tours doing theaters and arenas and things like that. I've learned good game from Howie Bell. And when I was new in the game, Howie Bell, he never treat me like, oh, you a new jack, I can't help you. He helped me and elevate me to like learn the business and understand that. So if I could do the same thing with somebody, I can help you. But a lot of comedians that I was like, reaching out to and like, oh, they shit didn't stink. It was like, they didn't have no one to turn to because it's like, oh, now you thought your shit didn't stink. And now that tax bracket you thought you was in, that should have started to dwell down and dwell down. Now it's like, oh, come back over here to them regular shit, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine the people that couldn't go back to the people that they stepped on.
They not comedians.
Life taught a lot of people, this pandemic taught a lot of people some lesson, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But how long is that going to be? I think it's temporary.
Maybe, but it taught some people some things.
Nah, it taught some people how to be sincere. Some people
how to be real humble.
That
wasn't humble because you had to talk to somebody. You had to get on unemployment if you had to do that. You had to get you a grant if you had to do that. You had to run out and ask somebody how to help you do this, how to help you. You might have to get on a credit card, get you some EBT. You might have to get you, some stamps and shit and whatever you want.
All of us on program.
Everybody was in a whirlwind for a minute. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And
when people was talking that nonsense of like, ooh, food stamps beneath me, they was over there like, wait, can you bump me up a little $40 more?
Right.
Let me tell you something. Look, I stopped getting haircuts. You know what I'm saying? I just gave away. I said, damn it, I'm not getting a haircut. See, no more. I was like, I ain't going on stage. I'm doing these little Zoom shows and shit. I was like, I'm just gonna grow my shit, You know what I'm saying?
All right, so wait a minute. Let me get back to Marcus. Marcus, when you were speaking to the different comedians, did you have any suggestions or advice? Like, what did you tell them or share with them?
Just simple mathematics. Like, yo, one day this is gonna be over, but it's how you come out of this. Like, are you still gonna be a stuck-up asshole?
That's what I'm saying.
You gonna understand and be humble about the situation? Because a lot of people don't understand when you know life hits you so fast and you hit that bump in the road, then it's like, oh shit. Like, it's like, oh, you know what? I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll beat this. But when it goes so long, you gotta understand, like, hold on. You be like, hold on. This shit is going a little longer than I thought I you know, anticipated. And you seen, we did a show together, you know, Jay Monet, and you seen how we had to cope with 20 people. When you're probably used to a show of 80 people or more and promoters giving you this, and you like, bro, I can't even do nothing. But everyone is brand new now. You could have had all that shit you done had. I had so much shit on the table. I had a re-audition for shit. Like, yo, you got to re-audition. You got to look like this. You got to do that. You, hold on. I even went to a writing class. Like, come on.
Listen,
now, how do you deal with that mentally? Do you feel as though it's like refreshing that you need to do, or do you take it back like, damn, like I'm above this?
No, because I know how to adapt with time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't glorify certain things, but I went to prison. I went to jail, when I was 16, came home when I was 17. You know, so I understand the maturity. Yeah, so it's like when I came home, it was like I would never go back to that place. So when COVID came around, it was like, all right, now I'm confined to my mom's house. When I just finally got an apartment, and now I'm starting fresh over. Now it's like, yo, I'm gonna need that money back, landlord lady, because if I'm gonna be staying here, you know what I'm saying? I'll be at my mama's crib until we could get this understood. Because now you telling me I got to give you this, but Governor Cuomo telling me we ain't got to pay rent until it's over. So, like, so are you giving me this apartment for free or not? So I knew how to cope with it because it just was one of those things. It helped me understand and give new goals to myself. It was one of those like, yo, once I come out of this, I want to be here 3 months after the pandemic, 6 months after the pandemic, get my website together, get the clothing line that I've been trying to get off the ground together. So all my ideas just started falling in place to where Howie would tell you I'm funny, but I really never knew how to write. You know what I'm saying? So now I took a writing class. I went to an improv class. I went to this. So it's like I did everything I needed to do. I've been procrastinating to do, LLC, trademarks, all of that. Boom. So when people start coming to get these PPP scammers, I'm good to go because
you good to go. You got your paper.
There you go. Good shit, man.
But y'all see how you said your shit don't stay. I feel like that we're regular people, not just comedians, are like that with mental health. So when we see people have mental health issues, we be like, oh, she weak. What's wrong with her? What's wrong with him? But when it happens, see your ad, those people that are judgmental and higher up that think they all that, when it hits them harder.
Right.
Have you ever noticed that? You be like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Like their comeback is a little bit harder, and now they need everybody else who have been there. You know what I mean? So it's
I know Howie came in that what, the 80s and 90s era of comedy. So I know you've seen a lot of people taking tumble.
I started comedy in 95.
Wow. So I know you've seen them take the tumble. A lot of comedians take tumbles because I've seen it in my age bracket. I've seen some just leave for like 2 years. I'm like, yo, I had to get my mind right. It's like, oh, all right. And I really didn't know.
I see people leave and come back. I see people never come back.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
he was running with Paul Mooney. God bless his soul.
Yeah.
That's my fellow Leo.
Paul Mooney on a regular.
When I first got to on TV, it was in 98. I did Comic View.
Wow.
98. So that was my first time doing it. So that was 22, 3 years ago.
Okay. We got some credits from you.
Do y'all feel like as comedians, you have to have a thicker skin?
Absolutely. But
but you have to let them know you're a human first too. Because certain people just think you're always a joke. It's like, bro, I'm a man first. I always say that. Like, yo, you can know me as Marcus, but still remember, bro, I'm a man first.
I'm a human being.
You know what I mean? I'm a human being. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't play with me like that.
We almost expected to have thicker skin too.
And you know what?
Most definitely.
See, for me, my skin is thick and mean. I didn't come in this shit with thick skin. This is making my skin thick. I carry a uterus. You know what I'm saying? With ovaries in that motherfucker. Like, you know, but I think comedy is definitely going to mature you if it's meant to be. I think that comedians, in order to make mistakes, make you mature. And then, like you said, we got to learn how to talk to each other. Yes. Because as a comedian, you gotta hold the fuck on now. I'm holding on because before I was a comedian, I'm from Detroit. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, certain comedians be bugging, yo. Even certain promoters, I be like, hold on, bro.
Who
like,
you talking to?
I'm a man. Like, who you?
Right.
Oh, you just a comedian.
Not for no
and you just a promoter. Who you think you're talking to?
That's because a lot of them. That's because a lot of them promoters don't really care about comedy like that.
They looking for a dollar.
Yeah, they don't give a damn about that
but
shit.
But it's some comedians that's
bread right now. They don't give a damn about none of that other shit. They trying to pay the bills for their club or whatever or they trying to promote to get to the next event, bro. Them niggas don't give a fuck. It's very
some
rare.
Comedians out here that come from the street, they'll fuck you up too. You better watch out.
Absolutely, but what I'm saying is that's no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is it's very rare that a promoter really cares about you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you. They're taking care of business. And why should they?
It's a business.
That's why I always try to do my own shit. Howie would tell you how he came to New York, what happened. I made sure my man drove from Detroit. I said, bro, what's the least I could do for you? He said, just give me a room. No problem.
Yeah. You
done
deal. Me, man. You show up, and that was a hell of a show too, man.
Exactly. Wow. Made sure he made some extra money. Where you want to go? I'm your driver for the night. Oh, Marcus, I just want to chill. Cool. Say less, bro.
Marcus,
here's your room.
Marcus, what year was that, man?
That was 2018.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, 2018. No, 2018. Because that's when I just ended. That's when Homeboy sold the club. So yeah.
Okay.
So Marcus, give us a little brief bio about yourself. Real quick.
I'm from New Rochelle, New York. If you don't know where that's from, where that is, no, it's not upstate. That's where Brand Nubian is from. Upstate is Poughkeepsie.
So you're anything up there, Mount Vernon, the suburbs.
No, we are right there. We are 5 minutes away from City Island, 15 minutes away from Yankee Stadium. We are not upstate.
Tastes good.
Upstate is Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, Albany, Buffalo. That's upstate. We are still close to the boroughs, but yeah, from New Rochelle, New York. Started comedy in 2011. Toured with Howie Bell, Mike Epps, Gary Owens, some more. You name them. I've been on tour with them, and finally getting into the acting. 30 years old, and
nice.
I don't know. I'm single, but that's about it. I ain't trying to, and I ain't got no kids, so that's cool.
And you're a Cancer. You either Cancer
or How you know I was a Cancer?
You're a Cancer?
Yeah, July 12th is my birthday.
Oh shit! Damn.
All right.
Yo, Nick.
Yo, it be scary me how I can guess people's shit.
Yeah, maybe you want to tell me if I got mental health? You know a lot of shit. Like, I can't even tell you. Like.
Well, I'm a teacher now, but I work in the mental health field. You know what I mean, the 9 to 5. And I don't know. I am a comedian. I'm a woman, and I'm 40. I'm in my 40s.
Oh no, man! You miss Cleo. You miss Cleo.
I'm the Cleo that's still alive. That's telling the truth. That
you said you're 40. You say you're 40.
I'm in my 40s. Yeah.
You're in your 40s.
Yes.
Oh wow! You could fool me. See?
Thank you.
See, me too. When you said 40s, I'm like, what?
You threw me
so Howie, what's your bio?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I graduated from Martin Luther King High School.
313, baby.
My mom's name is Sharon. My dad's name is Howard.
Okay.
Break it on down, government. Come on.
Yeah.
My brother's Greg, Keisha, and Tony. My siblings. My wife is what's my wife's name? Oh my God, I forgot.
Go ahead.
My name is Toya Bell. And my kid's name is Carly Bell, Brooklyn Bell, and Malik Bell.
How do you spell Carly? Is that with a K or with a C?
with a K.
Oh, with a K. Got it.
K, yeah.
And what are the last 4 digits of your social?
The K is for Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
I love it. Oh, you got it.
And what's the last quadrant of your social? That's spelled with a Q.
My last four digits of my social are 330X.
And your first digit is a 3. Your first digit is a 3.
Yes, that's what the 3.
Now, if y'all recognize that Nicole asked him about himself, and jokingly or not, he told us about everyone else. So
But
that
himself.
tells about who he is. He's a man about family, a
Wow.
man that's intimate, that's about, his surrounding and his environment. He didn't go off into anything else,
Yeah.
And now you look at Marcus, a younger man that's newer in the game, that's up there, making his own path, and he on his grind. No kids.
I ain't
Yeah,
talking
he's
about
still back
no
and forth with
family because
mom.
I ain't got shit.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I ain't got shit.
You ready
He's
to
still
I
show
come
on
from a
his
down?
single.
grind.
I come from a single mother. That's it.
So what I'm saying is it's just two totally different ways of looking at things and looking at life,
Right.
and what's important to us at that time. And all of that is about mental health. A little bit earlier, Howie was talking about having to perform and receiving that argument phone call right before you go on stage. And I want us to get into that. I want us to talk about that for a minute, whether we talk about the conversation and both. We talk about how do you transition? How do you hold your feelings or push them aside to deal with what you need to do at that moment? And the only thing people want you to do is to make them laugh. How do you push you aside to find that other side of you to make somebody laugh? How do we do it?
Jay and Monet, let me tell you something, baby. It's one of them things. You just do it. I mean, it's like when you in it, you in it. It's like if I don't do this, then what I'm gonna do? If I go up here and I don't do good, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm be emotional. You go up, and sometimes we don't do good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do bomb. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we take that emotion and we turn it into really good energy. Come up with new bits and everything. Like I've came up with new jokes just like that, right off the phone, hot off the presses.
Right.
Do you believe this? You know what I'm saying? Like I just went and told, the story that I just got off the phone. So, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever was happening with the text. Or, you know what I'm saying? I went up and was candid right there on the spot. And I think that's one of the things that comedians should do because that's part of the mental health for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jay, is like, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? What else am I going to do? Go leave the club?
And sometimes has it ever been a time where you have left the club, whether it was an open mic in the beginning or an actual show where your emotions just got the best of you and damn it, I can't take it no more. Or I gotta find this bitch. It could have been either one. Maybe you had to go find that bitch.
I never left the club, but I went up and said I shouldn't have did that.
Okay. So what happened when you was on stage? Do you remember what happened? Was it a rant or did you just suck at
rants and being incoherent too?
Okay.
Much,
yeah,
that kind of stuff. Having too much fun earlier today.
Gotcha.
Good
point.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst shows.
Like,
that's what I say. Yeah, good point.
People, man, hanging out with my friends all day and they going to the club and too drunk to be doing this.
Right.
Times when I'm like, I did it, but damn, why did I do that? I didn't do that.
Gotcha.
Never did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that made me look bad.
Right.
All right, Marcus. So same to you. Has there ever been a time where, for one, either walked away from a conversation that you had, or a time that you sucked on stage? And how do you deal with not, walking away?
Yo, the worst is when I first started. I was down on my luck. I was like homeless. And the crazy thing is, I found out probably 2 weeks later. This is a true story. I found out Talent was my uncle, right? Not a lot of people know this. Talent is my uncle, right? Puts me on stage. And boy, it wasn't even a boo. It was like some old lady, yo. She had like a what's that shit? The breathing machine. She was like, if I died today, she was like, if I died today, I'll never remember you. I'm like, damn, so it's the quietest ride home. It's my uncle, it's my aunt, it's my brother, it's my sister. We all in the minivan. And it's like the scene from Step Brother, like, overall, what did you guys think? And everyone is like, everyone is looking like, man, you made me waste my $20. Everyone's talking about all the other comedians, how funny they were.
Yep.
It was so now I'm in the house. I call my mom. I said, hey, I'm down on my luck. I tried comedy for the first time. My mom was like, how did I go? I was like, I'm surprised your sister ain't call you. My mom was like, man, if this shit don't make you, if it don't break you, it ain't gonna make you. So this is your decision. You took a leap of faith. If you're gonna do this, then you do this. If not, all this crying, I don't want to hear this shit. And from then on, I just like, yo, I'm only gonna get better by failing a couple times. It's like riding the bike. You going sooner or later when you take off your training wheels, you're gonna fall a couple times. But after you scrape your knee 2 or 3 times, you're like, I ain't trying to. I don't want to scrape this shit no more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had some of the best times though too, not just no depressing ass.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've had some really good, like you said, Jay, come in like right off the phone or right off on some mad shit, but had a hell of a motherfucking show. I'm talking about standing ovation type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's been some really good shit to come out of it too. You know, it just is what it is. It depends on how we use it and use that energy. It's all energy.
Yes,
sir. That. So, you know, you got to take depression as energy, just like being excited as energy. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn how to. You got to learn how to manipulate that shit to work for you.
All right, so that was
actually
actually
that's a good one. Manipulate
that's one of our questions.
Ooh.
Tell us a joke from a sexual escapade. Have you ever made up a joke or a story from one of your sexual escapades?
Hold on.
It's a dumb hour, right?
Well, we didn't even introduce.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up.
We can't go to adult hour.
It was getting good.
Adult hour because there's things they got to do to get into the
adult
hour.
All right, I'm about to say, let me make me a drink. Let me make me a goddamn
because
drink.
in adult hour, you got to get yourself a spirit.
We didn't
All right, I'm looking at this stuff like, what the fuck am I doing? I didn't get me something.
You see how she just